Hello everybody, this is Jane Hamilton Parker, your psychic medium. First of all, I'd like to say condolences to the royal family. I mean, it's been quite a week, hasn't it, with the Queen's funeral and going into next week. And my goodness, hasn't the royal family proved themselves? And especially King Charles III. Now, I'm going to do some predictions. If you remember, Craig and myself predicted the passing of the Queen this year. I thought I'd do some raw predictions for you. So I'll read them as I wrote them that came to me. And we're very, very lucky to have the royal family. And the Queen, wasn't she marvellous? 70 years of service to the public and the Commonwealth. How blessed are we? King Charles III will be a very good king, I feel. And there is some really good news. Through bad news, there is good news, believe it or not. I think we will find that Princess Beatrice, we will hear of another pregnancy with a second child. And this child will be rather special and gifted, and you will understand it as time goes on. Yes, I felt Princess Beatrice, will be pregnant with her second child, and her baby will have a special name. Queen Consort Camilla, who's rather nervous. I don't know if you notice she's been very nervous in large crowds, and I believe that she was trying to get through all the funeral arrangements going to Wales and Scotland and everything. I believe that she was in pain with her toe and everything, but you know, when you're in royalty, you still got to keep your dignity. The show must still go on. Now, we will hear good things in the royal family, and I believe it does bring them all together. And I find it rather sad that Harry is not allowed to wear his uniform, but I feel he will in the end. They're allowed to wear the medals. It was interesting to see Prince Andrew, and I believe we had a heckler shouting out, which I felt was very disrespectful on a funeral procession, whatever your thoughts are. Right. I felt Princess Charlotte will be a gifted child because she's got a very strong, stubborn spirit in her, a little bit of defiance. That's not bad for a girl to have. And you know, you must never break a child's spirit if they're strong and very how shall I say, strong-willed. I think that's quite a good thing to have. Now, Harry will feel lost on his grandmother's passing, and there is quite a lot of sadness there, because it is suddenly bring realisation to him exactly what his granny meant to him, the Queen, because I believe they had a very good relationship. And it's very sad what has happened since he's got married. And I felt that, you know, his emotions are all up and down even at the moment, but hopefully good will come from this, and it won't be about marketing on Harry's part in the future with his wife. Right. I don't see Prince Andrew being such high profile like he was before, because I just feel very much that, you know, it suddenly hit him because his mother, I believe, used to pay and got him out of debts with what happened in the past when he was taken to court and having to pay out for all his deeds, shall we say. I have got rather health concerns for Prince Charles III, because I feel he does pace himself. Though he's quite a remarkable man, loves walking and that, I do feel he will feel quite exhausted doing all this big responsibility that's happening to him. I did see tinges of high blood pressure around his aura, around his etheric body. And I believe he'll be good for the world because he will make great changes for the environment. His life will be very busy and he will be true to his word, very much so. Now, what's interesting is that though Charles III has granted Princess Elizabeth and the young Archie, they won't be HRH because they're not working. How could they possibly be at that age? But they're not working royalties, so they still. That was a gift I felt that Prince Charles wanted to give to them, but very, very sad, all of it. I felt Princess Louise that very much had her favourite sport after the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, and I believe that she will go into the Olympics, I see in the future, with her carriage riding, because I feel she's quite very good at it, and I feel in honour of her grandmother and grandfather she will exceed in this, and I feel it's quite a blessing. Now, I feel with Prince Andrew we will see health issues with him, because I feel there'll be a lot of stress, and I see linking around the heart as well. There is tragedy to come in the royal family, which I will talk about later, but out of respect to the Queen I won't go too much further to that. And I feel, you know, there's some people don't like the consort Queen Camilla, and they're still very raw about Princess Diana, feeling that it should be her in the place. I will say for this new consort queen that she is by her husband's side and she will work hard and she will feel exhausted by it, because you forget they are in their 70s and that's when we start slowing down. But I just feel that she's there and by the king's side, and she will do her very best, and I feel people got to really get to know her. And it's a pity, really, they didn't get married the first time around. It's a bit like Wallace Simpson, isn't it? And the king that gave up his crown for the woman he loved. So, and it's same like Princess Margaret. She wasn't allowed to marry Peter Townshend, that's right, because he was married and they didn't want a divorce. But times have changed now, we're in the 21st century. But King Charles will be a very, very good king. Harry, I feel in time, will suddenly go through realizations that he wants to be part of the royal family and he is happy with his family and want to be that. And this is going to cause quite a rift between his wife and himself in the marriage. So watch this space, because I've always felt from the start Harry's been mothered, if you like, from his wife Meghan Myrtle. He's been mothered and he needed that, because you've got to remember he was only 12 years old when he had to walk behind his mother's coffin. So I feel his wife's played quite a lot on that, and in one way she's trying to protect him, in another way she should let him be very much of the royal family. And it's not by marrying somebody of noble blood that suddenly gives you PR rights to be, if you like, right out there. But I view that he's happy at the moment, I've got to say. And I feel he does have love for his father. His mind's in conflict at the moment. And, I just felt Princess Anna, what a remarkable woman she is, what a strong woman she is. Actually, she would have made a good queen, wouldn't she? In a time, no nonsense, down to earth. Very much I admire her a lot, and she says as she is, because her feet firmly on the ground. And it must be so hard, because girls do need their mothers. Very hard for her, and she's done it with quite a lot of dignity and honour. And there would never be another queen like Queen Elizabeth II. I really loved the Queen Mother too, because I felt they both had humour and everything, because I personally know butlers and staff that served the Queen Mother, and she's quite good fun. And it'd be interesting to see if Lady Romsey is attending the funeral. I'd be very interested to see that. She doesn't live far away from us. And I believe that they really respected her, and she was quite close to the Queen. So even though the royalty, they all have divorces and families in troubled times, but I just feel we've got to look beyond that. And I feel this future Queen, my God, this future King, hasn't he worked hard and travelled and everything? And, you know, I see Australia be very important to him, and going across and meeting people. And, you know, give him a chance. Please give him a chance. Harry, remember him in your prayers, because he's going through a most difficult time. Prince William, who's now the new Prince of Wales, a remarkable man. And his wife is remarkable, Kate, a very classy looking woman, and she fits in perfectly. And I just feel the royal family, really, you know, when you look at all the pageantry, what's going on surrounding the funeral, we do it very well in this country, very well taught, good. Prince Charles, I feel, is quite a spiritual man, and I like the way he studies all different faiths. Very highly spiritual man. And all I've got to say is God save the King, King Charles. Now, if any of you have any experiences of going to London and going part of it in the funeral procession and everything, and see what you're feeling, what you're sensing. And I just hope peace for the royal family. There is tragedy to come, unfortunately. It begins next year, and I will make another prediction, and I will give the date and the time, and I will point you to the person who I feel. Anyway, I'm going to say bye for now, because I've got quite a busy schedule. I've got filming to do tonight on Craig and Jane's show. It will be going live at 7 o'clock on YouTube at Winchester, in our Winchester office. If you want to be part of our foundation, please do. Hamilton Parker Foundation. It feeds poor children around the world. We feed children in an orphanage in India, mentally subnormal children. We buy cows for poor families, and we will be doing next year more things and charity work for Diabetes 1 and autism, and for children in this country. So I'll be really busy touring, and as you all know, we're getting a spiritual centre ready. People are already putting their names down. That will be in Italy. We will be doing yoga, workshops, sittings, and very interesting people around the world. Astrology, Tai Chi, all different things. And there'll be different teachers that will be going there, that will be teaching and everything. And then we'll have to see if we can work on the next stage, which is accommodation for people. It's in southern Italy, a very, very beautiful place where we are, not far away from the sea, not far away from the snow-capped mountains neither. But I'll tell you more about that later, because I've got 5 builders at the moment working on the property and putting everything right and making it beautiful for everybody. Anyway, as Italians say, ciao. And as I say, love from the heart. Remember your prayers for those that are suffering at the moment and have lost loved ones. Bye for now.